Hi, this is Dee. This is Tuesday, January 3, 2012, and I'm trying something new. I've actually decided to try Mozilla Firefox as my browser since the Internet Explorer keeps crashing on me, which has been crashing on me way before I got on the Facebook timeline. It just constantly recovering the page, constantly having to reboot, constantly have to refresh, then reboot. It's getting ridiculous. Well, I wanted to quickly do this today. It is freaking freezing cold. And then tonight, if it wasn't last night, it was for sure tonight. It's going to be down to like 27 degrees. Oh my God. What Canadian came down here with this cold weather? Send them back home. Don't come down here until it's beautiful warm weather. It is freezing cold. It's ridiculous. Oh my God, I had to pull my sweater out. I had to pull my blankets out. I had to put on my socks. And usually I like being barefooted. My my hands are freezing. Where are my gloves? And the worst part is on my left fingers. It always feels like, because of the stroke, they always feel like they're, what's the word I want to use? My mind just like they're frozen all the time, and I'm constantly blowing on them, and I keep forgetting it's not the cold weather, it's the stroke nerves that are doing that. But out of habit, from when your fingers are freezing cold, yes. And I gotta remember, it's not the cold weather that's doing it, it's the stroke that's doing it. But there's no excuse for the right hand. No excuse. So I did yesterday's blog, and one of the Duchenne muscular dystrophy moms thought it was such a great job. She wanted to know how to do it, and it's really simple. And it all depends what kind of supplies or equipment you may have, or is already on the your laptop or your computer. It may already be included, and you don't need to get anything else. Um, I can't get over the cold. It's a sunny, beautiful day, but it's freaking cold. And I went to go put mail in the mailbox in my flip flops. And then I had to, of course, go pay the rent. By the time I got back to my apartment, my toes were icicles. Where's the blow dryer? Get it nice and warm. And it was so freaking cold. I can't take that kind of cold. That is the whole reason why I moved to Florida, is to get away from it. And I definitely cannot get snow. I'm sorry. You couldn't pay me $1 million to get moved back up north. I'm sorry. That is, as it is here in Gainesville, because we're no more than like an hour from Georgia. We get really cold weather. But I do remember it being cold like this when we lived in Orlando and when we lived in Sebring, and I think when we lived in Tampa too. But not as cold as this. Oh, send me to the Caribbeans, please. It is cold, 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 cold. I don't like cold weather. I hate cold weather. Well, Ricky did it again. Ricky. I hope I'm pronouncing his last name right. Ricky Tsang is from Canada, and he's in his mid-20s, and this guy can write beautifully. I don't know where he got his. He can write songs too, and I mean, if you go to his website or to his Facebook, you'd be shocked to hear the songs that he has written, um, lyric and music that his sister sings and his brother-in-law plays the piano on. Beautiful. But today he wrote a letter on Dishon dads. A couple months ago, he wrote one on Dishon moms. Beautifully written. And he did an excellent job on the Dishon dads. And I applaud him because, I'm sorry, but there are many dads out there who abandon, rejected their children because of this disease. While there were many other dads who, okay, more than two thumbs up. because they're there for their sons and they're fighting for their son's life. For my son's father, he doesn't lift a finger to help save his son's life at all. And I can't understand how you can claim to be a Christian and preach and gossip all this bullshit, and yet you do nothing to absolutely nothing to save your son's life. What's going on? You know? And then he gets mad at me because I don't do anything to help Timothy. Well, he thinks I don't do anything to help Timothy spiritually. And if he's so worried and concerned about this, why doesn't he get his fat ass down here and do it himself? I can't do everything. I'm only one person. I'm Timothy's caregiver. I've taken care of him most of his life. I still do it when we don't have nurses. Even when physically I can't really do anything because the pain is so outrageous. And yet, where is his father? Why does he seem to think he gets all the glory? He sends these messages to his family and friends like he's this wonderful father to Timothy. He's not. He's not. He's far from it. All because he pays child support, in which I have to remind him, yes, I had to force him because he wouldn't do it willingly, and he would make every excuse not to. Oh, but he's an adult now. He's a grown-up now. He doesn't need child support. Well, Victor, duh! He's not getting child support. He's getting adult support because he's an adult. Learn the difference. And because he's disabled and will be disabled for the rest of his life, or he can't go to work or anything like that, he does need your support. And the other thing is, since you're too freaking lazy and can't get off your fat freaking ass to come down here and be with him and help him and work with him, then the least you can do is pay adult support. You know? Guess what, Victor? You're his father, his blood and flesh, and you don't do a damn thing to help this boy. Of course you're being forced to do it, because you're too freaking lazy to get up and do it. Willingly, happily. And don't use me as an excuse, because I tell you what, for every time I should get paid $1 for every time you use me as an excuse. You and your damn brothers, who seem to support you and glorify you and make you this perfect person you are not. You're not. I hate to tell you, Victor, we live in an imperfect world. We all have diseases, including you. We all have illnesses, and some of us have those illnesses or diseases that may be no cure and that can kill you. And you would think that this man would get off his freaking ass and get up and do whatever he can to save his son's life, and he doesn't. I don't understand any father. And then when I hear about fathers and mothers who abandon their children because they are affected with this disease, how dare you? You brought this child into the world, you stick with them for life, for whatever how long it needs to be. Anyhow, back to Ricky. He wrote this beautiful letter for the Dishon dads, and it's on Facebook and on his notes. I don't know whether he's posted it on his website or not, but he has done a wonderful job, and he's a wonderful writer. I did get his book, and it's really a nice thick book, and he is hilarious. He's a funny guy. He's yes, he has Duchenne muscular dystrophy. Yes, he's on a ventilator. Yes, he's in a wheelchair. But he is a joy to tease and to laugh and to be with, pretty much like Timothy. And he's a wonderful writer. I cannot say that enough, but he's a wonderful writer. And I wish his book was closer to me, but right now it's sitting on my printer. But maybe tomorrow I'll bring it to you so you can see it and order it. I think I have to check with him. I'm not sure, but I hope it's not all sold out. But I think I heard he's sold out on all his books. I don't know whether they're reprinting it to sell more of or not, but I'll check with him. But But I did send a copy of this letter to Victor because I wanted Victor to understand that the most of the things that Ricky wrote in this letter was definitely is Victor. Um, Not the bad part, the good part. I have to say there are a lot of good things about Victor, and I don't mean to be bashing him or to let him down or anything like that. I guess I'm just confused how a father can abandon and reject his own blood, flesh and blood, and uh, and for this he uses me as the excuse, and that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. If you really love your son, if you really love your son, nobody and nothing will ever be in the way, and it's you that needs to get into the habit of being there for Timothy. He's your son. Just as much as he's my son, he's your son. Well, I just noticed the time, so I need to quit. Talk to you all later. Bye bye.